Minarets students, thank you for joining me. So I want to talk a little bit about goal setting, but let's put it in the context that we talk about a lot at Minarets. All right, so we talk about, going big, using that phrase. We talk about, don't let anyone limit you, push yourself, set your mind to it, work hard. You can accomplish it, right? So that is easy to say. And so if that were, like if anybody could do anything without any kind of work, obviously that would happen. There's a lot of things, there's a lot of factors. So I want to talk a little bit about that today and how that fits with the school year and long term. So we talk about go big and to push yourself and a spirit that cannot be broken. What we're really talking about is conditioning yourself and building yourself up to be a person that can reach goals, overcome challenges, and get to where you need to go, get to where you want to go. But that is a skill set that there's an art to that, okay? So Malcolm Gladwell is a really good author. If you have not read any of his books, he's written books like The Tipping Point and Blink and Outliers. There's a lot of really cool research in those books. One of the things he talks about is this idea of a 10,000 hour rule. And he says that with a certain amount of skill, if you put 10,000 hours of work into something, you basically will become an expert in that field. It's an overwhelming thought to think that, hey, I'm going to put 10,000 hours of work into something. But if you think of, a concert pianist or a concert violinist or an NFL quarterback or someone that's a CEO of a large nonprofit organization changing the world and building water filters in areas of the world to make sure that people have clean water. Those are big things, right? Scientists, astronauts, things like that. Okay, those are like big, impactful roles. But those people over time, have put in the time to get to where they need to be. And thank goodness, because, these people make a difference in the world and we need them to be experts. But that doesn't happen overnight. And it's not like one day they sit down and say, okay, here's 10,000 hours of this specific thing I need to do. Now, instead, that's broken up into incremental goals. It doesn't happen right away. And that's where you are in your life right now. You guys are in high school. Either you're a freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, but you've already started your journey, and this is where it begins. Do you need to know exactly what you're going to become someday? No. But getting this idea of goal setting down, thinking big and having dreams and pursuing them, that is a skill set, and it's critical. Let me ask you to picture this one more thing. Okay. So say you're going to drive across the country. You're going to go on a road trip. You got your friends, your buddies with you, and you plan it out. Well, it's not like you're just going to know what your starting point is and know what your end point is, and you're just going to go and you're not going to stop and you'll never look at anything else. No. Along the way, you'll make stops. You'll have to get gas. You'll have to get food. You'll have to verify that you're on the right track. When you look at your directions, you're going to say, okay, I need to take this next exit. Okay, now I need to take this next exit. There's a roadmap to go where you need to go. It's no different when we're talking about goal setting. The beauty of goal setting is when you reach those goals, you get to celebrate. So what I'm asking you to do is start to orient yourself into this idea that every year, every quarter, every semester, I'm going to set goals and I'm going to evaluate if I reach those goals. There's personal goals. So maybe you're learning a new skill this year. Maybe you went out for the volleyball team and you're on the volleyball team now. Maybe you're on the Parley Pro team and you're working on your speaking, or maybe you're in media and you want to become a great filmmaker. I want you to think about pursuing those goals and what you're going to do to get better and better. But you also need to put checkpoints in, just like we do with our projects, and see if you are making progress toward that goal. And it's okay to fail. In fact, failure is part of learning, and failure is part of being successful. Because without failure, we don't learn what we're made of, and we don't learn what it takes. But setting those goals gives you a roadmap and gives you a way to determine if you've hit the mark. So there's personal goals, there's academic goals, maybe there's even family goals. I want you to start thinking about that. I want you to start writing them down. And it's fun because you gain more confidence. You're proud of yourself. You can have friends and family members that you can let in on your goals. And it's a way to just continue to push yourself. And I guarantee if you do that, if you set yourself to make these goals regularly and pursue those goals, you're going to see a big difference, But it's up to you. So for today, for this session, for this exercise, we'd like you to take the time to write down some goals. I ask you to be thorough, think it through, write out those goals, answer those questions, and be honest with yourself. We're going to take a look at them. Don't worry, this is going to come just to me. Later on in the year, we're going to do kind of a revisitation of the goals as a group, but I encourage you to monitor these goals on your own. I'm proud of you guys. You're doing great so far. We'll talk to you later.